Hillary Clinton was on 60 Minutes last night.
Yes, she was, and confident.
Very confident. I like her for that reason. She's always confident.
Always has been.
And I guess she was asked, Willie, people trying to push her overboard. Are you going to get out of the race? She's not in a hurry, is she?
Well, she's got 2 contested contests tomorrow, and she says she believes she's got a long time, regardless of what happens tomorrow. Let's play this thing out and see what happens. Listen to what she said.
You seem to be saying that as long as you think you have a chance to win, that you're going to stay in it, even if it goes to the convention.
Well, I don't think that will happen. But, you know, my husband didn't wrap up the nomination until June.
June. Uh-oh. Puerto Rico.
No. What are we talking about?
June 7th. I guess we better get down there.
The Puerto Rican primary.
Diner in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I hear $99 tickets, JetBlue, from
Great.
New York down to Puerto Rico. So, and I hear it's very cool in Puerto Rico in June.
Yes. They actually have a lot of delegates.
So she may be taking it all the way to the convention, right?
Yeah.
And speaking of conventions, here's what may be shaping up. A Hillary Clinton victory in Ohio, and then you have a Barack Obama victory in Texas. People will say, since Bill Clinton was dumb enough to get out in Beaumont, Texas last week and say, if Hillary doesn't win Texas, she needs to drop out of the race, people are going to say she needs to drop out of the race. Were I Hillary, I wouldn't. Because Texas, again,
Knowing Hillary,
another red state.
she won't.
Yeah, but you know, people are going to say, oh, well, Hillary's obstinate. Hillary's obstinate. She needs to drop out of the race. And if I'm Hillary Clinton's people, I'm going to say, great, he won Texas. And he won Kansas. And he won Alabama. And he won all of these red states. Barack Obama is the red state Democrat. Hillary Clinton winning all the blue states and the swing states, the industrial states that you have to win. If she wins Ohio tomorrow night, I think she makes the case we stay in this race because we're the ones that are winning the states Democrats have to win to beat John McCain in the fall.
I just can't imagine her dropping out at this point.
Why
She's gotten
should she?
this far, I don't think she will.
Why should she? You know, that's the
Well,
thing. Everybody's trying to push her over the cliff. Why should Hillary Clinton drop out?
There is the argument that, you know, it's better for the party. I mean, I'm not sure I buy into the argument, but you know, no matter what party has 2 candidates left going close, whether it's Republicans or Democrats, the other party is going to say, they're falling apart, they don't have unity, and look at us, we have our 1 candidate.
I have found time and time again that when you have a fight in a political campaign, the longer the fight is in the primary process, the better the candidate that is produced in the fall in the general election, because they get better the more debates they have. It's an intramural fighting, and then after it's all over, you always have the person who's beaten saying, listen, I'm on his or her side. So yeah, there's no need to push her off the cliff. Now, if she loses Ohio and Texas, it's over.
Yeah.
But why do we think that that's going to happen tomorrow? The polls certainly don't indicate it. And even though Bill Clinton made a mistake by saying that she would, in Beaumont, saying that she needed to get out of the race if she lost Texas, I think he's wrong again.
She's certainly not going to win by big enough margins either way to make up a ton of ground in the delegates.
Right.
So if she continues, even if she wins both by, say, small percentages, she's not going to make up very much. If she continues on and on, then you're looking at some kind of a super delegate fight or something at the convention, because neither of them is going to come out with enough delegates.
She may even lose delegates tomorrow because she's going to lose Vermont and she's going to lose Rhode Island most likely. If she loses those states and she loses Texas and she barely wins Ohio, again, she can say, I won the big industrial state we have to win. And so Barack Obama picks up 8 or 10 more delegates than Hillary Clinton.
But right now, she's working hard on trying to make sure she somehow pulls it out in Texas and Ohio.
Yeah, she needs to.
I mean, they're doing the campaign is trying every angle possible.
She can't lose Ohio.
Well, there was a piece on 60 Minutes about Hillary Clinton. I'm sure you guys saw it last night.
Really get it either. It seems to me that the longer you have the sort of the preseason, the stronger your candidate is in the fall.
I mean, for the media, this is a gift. I mean, that we've still got a campaign going into March, maybe on into April. I mean, who'd have thunk it? I mean, that's a great thing for the media. I don't understand why the media. I mean, that's for the Democrats to decide if they want to push her out. I don't see why the media has to get involved.
So why is it that we're hearing that Hillary Clinton should get out if she doesn't win Texas and Ohio?
Because Obama hasn't clamped this thing down, and he's not going to get a nominating majority of delegates, at least through the primaries. It doesn't look like there's a mathematical possibility for him to do that, unless he gets a lot of superdelegates lined up.
Okay, let me stop you right there,
what
Craig.
it's about.
Let me stop you right there. We always hear that it's a mathematical impossibility for Hillary Clinton to get the superdelegates she needs.
Yeah, but we don't hear the flip side.
But we never, ever hear the
Right.
flip side, which is it is a mathematical impossibility likelihood that Barack Obama will have the delegates he needs by the time they get to the convention in Denver.
You know, the way you become the nominee of the Democratic Party is to win the nominating number of delegates that's needed, and that's around, what, 2,025? He's around 1,100, I guess, now. You know, the numbers vary a lot. But so he's still, you know, 800 or so votes short of what he needs for the nomination. Well, so let's wait until he gets, let the voters vote.
And again, let the voters vote, but also, if news breaks between now and the convention in Denver, those superdelegates are free to break any way they want to break. And if something were to come out about Barack Obama, and I'm not saying that it will, that nobody knows about because he's relatively new to Washington, D.C., you could have 600 superdelegates swinging one way.
Plus, you know, the Republican governor down in our home state, Joe, over the weekend suggested he'd get behind a do-over in Florida. Which,
that's right.
Wouldn't that be great? We could have a, you know, talk about voting early and often.
Yeah.
Florida could vote again.
Oh, great.
A lot of people don't realize the legislature and the governor do have to get on board with that plan because the state would pay for it, and that would be an interesting option if maybe after Pennsylvania, going into May and June, we could be down there for another primary.
It certainly would, and if that happened, then you'd have Hillary Clinton with a possibility. Let's say she loses Texas, and we don't listen to what Bill Clinton said in Beaumont. She stays in the race, but she wins Ohio, she wins Pennsylvania, and then she wins Florida. If there's a do-over in Florida, Hillary Clinton goes to the convention saying, I won New York, I won Pennsylvania, I won Michigan, I won Florida, I won California, I won all the states Democrats have to win. Superdelegates, wake up.